The top 10 states smart people are moving to from California. And the quiet reasons behind this massive shift may surprise you. Over the last few years, California has experienced one of the largest population outflows in modern state history. Hundreds of thousands of residents, families, professionals, retirees, and young workers have packed up and restarted their lives somewhere else. Not because they stopped loving California, but because the math, the lifestyle, and the long-term cost of living no longer add up. From rising housing costs to insurance instability to declining job markets in once booming cities, to new remote work freedoms that allow people to choose where they want to live, this migration wave is reshaping the entire map of America. Today, we're breaking down the top 10 states smart people are moving to from California and what each destination offers that California no longer can. These aren't random moves. There are patterns, motivations, and deep financial reasons behind every shift. This is the true story of the American relocation wave and why more Californians than ever are choosing a different future. Let's begin with state number 10. State 10, Arizona. Arizona has become one of the fastest-growing destinations for Californians, and the reasons are surprisingly consistent across every age group. People aren't just looking for cheaper housing. They're looking for stability, predictability, and space. In Arizona, the median home price is less than half of many major California cities. Homeownership that once felt impossible suddenly becomes doable, even for young families and single professionals. But affordability isn't the only reason. Arizona offers lower taxes, less regulation, and a business climate that welcomes small entrepreneurs and remote workers. For many Californians, the shift feels like going from barely surviving to finally breathing again. And cities like Phoenix, Mesa, and Surprise continue to attract thousands each year. Not because they're perfect, but because the daily cost of living doesn't crush people before they start their day. Let's move to state number 9. State number 9, Texas. Texas has been one of California's biggest population receivers for over a decade, and the flow hasn't slowed. The appeal is straightforward. No state income tax, massive housing availability, and strong job markets in tech, healthcare, energy, and logistics. Cities like Austin and Dallas are booming with Californians who once rented small apartments and now own spacious homes for the same monthly cost. But there's another factor people rarely talk about: community. Texas neighborhoods often feel more stable and family-oriented, giving many former Californians a sense of belonging they didn't expect. Let's continue to state number 8. State number 8, Nevada. Nevada has become the just close enough but more affordable escape option. From Las Vegas to Henderson to Reno, Californians are flocking to neighborhoods that remind them of home, just without the crushing financial strain. No state income tax, lower housing costs, and significantly cheaper business expenses have made Nevada a magnet for entrepreneurs and remote workers. Reno, especially, has become a rising tech hub, drawing former Bay Area residents who want cleaner streets, shorter commutes, and homes under $1 million. And the proximity matters. People can leave California without leaving behind family, friends, or familiar weather. Let's move to state number 7. State number 7, Idaho. Idaho wasn't on many people's radar a decade ago, but it is now one of the strongest magnets for former Californians seeking safety, simplicity, and affordability. Boise, Meridian, and Coeur d'Alene have grown into thriving modern communities, but still retain that slower, quieter rhythm of life. Families are choosing Idaho because the public schools are strong, crime rates are lower, and the sense of community feels more grounded. For many who felt pushed out of California, Idaho feels like a reset, a place where life doesn't feel rushed or overwhelming. State number 6, Utah. Utah has become a haven for Californians who want outdoor living, clean communities, and strong job growth. Cities like Salt Lake City, St. George, and Provo have seen an explosion in new arrivals, especially those in tech and remote work fields. People move here for the nature, but they stay for the affordability, safety, and quality of life. Utah offers something rare, a combination of career opportunity, plus family-friendly neighborhoods, plus attainable housing. Let's go to state number 5. State number 5, Colorado. Colorado is attracting Californians who want nature, lifestyle, and opportunity, all without the financial pressure they felt back home. Cities like Denver, Colorado Springs, and Fort Collins offer affordable housing compared to LA, San Diego, or the Bay Area, while still providing strong job markets and modern amenities. But what really stands out is balance. Colorado gives people the ability to work in growing industries, yet still live close to mountains, trails, fresh air, and open space. For many Californians overwhelmed by congestion, noise, and rising costs, Colorado feels like a breath of fresh air, literally and financially. Let's continue with State 4. State number 4, Tennessee. Tennessee has become one of the most popular destinations for families leaving California. Not because it's trendy, but because it's practical. Nashville, Knoxville, and Chattanooga offer affordable housing, strong job markets, and vibrant communities with a slower pace of life. The absence of state income tax is a major draw. But what surprises many Californians is the kindness, openness, and community warmth they feel immediately after moving. Tennessee offers predictable monthly expenses, a growing economy, and a lifestyle that feels grounded and manageable. Now we move into the top 3. State number 3, Florida. Florida attracts Californians of all ages, retirees, families, remote workers, and business owners. No state income tax, abundant housing, and a booming job market make it a powerful alternative to California. But affordability isn't the only reason. Florida offers something many former Californians deeply miss: space, sunshine, and breathing room. From Tampa to Orlando to Miami suburbs, people are finding it's possible to live comfortably without sacrificing lifestyle. The move isn't just financial. For many, it's emotional. State number 2, Washington. Washington has remained one of the top destinations for Californians who want familiar weather, strong tech jobs, and lower housing costs. Seattle, Spokane, and Vancouver offer modern neighborhoods, thriving job markets, and communities that feel culturally familiar to many Californians. But here's what pulls people the most. They can keep the West Coast lifestyle without paying the extreme West Coast price. Remote workers especially prefer Washington, valuing its nature, safety, and clean environment. State 1, Oregon. Oregon is the number 1 state Californians are moving to, and the trend continues to grow each year. The single most popular state Californians are choosing. Portland, Eugene, Bend, and smaller towns across the state are drawing people who want affordability, nature, and a calmer lifestyle. For many Californians, Oregon feels familiar, but more manageable, more affordable, and more peaceful. Housing is more attainable, utilities are lower, even day-to-day expenses feel lighter. And the biggest surprise? The sense of community many Californians say they haven't felt in years. These 10 states reveal a deeper truth. People aren't just leaving California. They're searching for stability, affordability, and a better way of life. If this breakdown helped you understand where people are going and why, subscribe to California Reality for more weekly investigations, more stories, and more clarity behind the headlines.